Forbes, Bloomberg, and NBC San Diego. Dr. Alexander, you have also 15 minutes of time. The screen is yours, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Jamie Alexander, and I'm the Executive Director of Learning Equality. We're a nonprofit organization based in the United States that builds open source education technology to support equitable learning in low-resource environments. I'll start by sharing a bit about Learning Equality's approach, then I'll introduce Kolibri, which is our offline learning tool, provide an example of how it's being used in Southeast Asia, and share some links to help you get started if you'd be interested in using Kolibri. Learning Equality's focus is on supporting learning in low-resource environments, and especially the nearly half of the world that's still without internet connectivity. Even for many connected learners, expensive, unreliable networks mean that consistently learning online is not possible. In response, we address barriers related to infrastructure, discovery of relevant learning resources, and limited digital literacy for blending technology into a variety of learning environments. We take a unique approach to building technology to enrich learning without the internet. We design solutions that are adaptable to a particular learning context and supported to scale through a do-it-yourself adoption model. As part of this adaptability, we're focused on making openly licensed learning resources available in ways that are relevant and usable, that support the needs of educators at every step, and that work within existing infrastructure whenever possible. Our core product is Kolibri, which is a free and open source set of tools and resources, an adaptable, open solution that helps to overcome the infrastructural barriers preventing equitable access. Kolibri caters to local needs in a few ways. By providing the ability to have a relevant curriculum using content from our library and organizing them according to national standards. By having the interface be available in many different languages. And by having an adaptable and customizable set of training materials, with additional resources on how to adapt the pedagogical model based on existing infrastructure and needs. Kolibri provides access to a curated and openly licensed educational content library, available in a variety of languages, both academic and non-academic subject areas, and grade levels, focused on K through 12. Materials drawn from the many sources in this library, along with additional materials uploaded by users, can be aligned according to relevant national curricular standards, using our Kolibri Studio platform. Relevant sets of materials can then be seamlessly imported into the offline platform, with simple workflows for managing and keeping it updated. Learning materials can be updated from the internet, when it's available, or from a USB thumb drive plugged into the device, or from another device over a local network. These materials from the Kolibri Content Library can then be accessed by learners offline, without the internet. Learners can watch videos, read documents, play games, interact with simulations, and practice using exercises that provide them with real-time feedback. Within the platform, learners can be grouped into classes and be assigned lessons and quizzes by an educator. An example resource is the simulation from PhET, which allows learners to explore the different states of matter, solids, liquids, and gases, and explore how the states change with pressure and temperature changes. Using an action-oriented learning analytics dashboard embedded into Kolibri, educators can track students' progress, identify students who may need additional support, and differentiate and personalize their teaching to meet learners' needs. Learning Equality has also developed the openly licensed Kolibri EdTech Toolkit, containing pedagogical materials to support blended learning and training of trainers. This toolkit of resources supports usage of this ecosystem of products across a variety of different learning environments. These tools can be used together in a variety of ways, depending on the available hardware and the type of learning environment. The first is self-paced learning. with learners using devices and working through a curriculum individually, possibly with support from a teacher or facilitator. A common use case for this is in a computer lab or a library type environment. The second is a rotation model, which works well when there are a limited number of devices for a class of students. The teacher can supervise some students in another activity while a group of students uses the devices for independent practice, and then the groups can rotate so everybody has a chance. During COVID, a model we started seeing more frequently was having Kolibri installed on a device, like a tablet or a laptop, that the student takes home, where they can study the materials the teacher assigned to them, again completely offline. And then when they come back to the school, the device syncs to the school server so the teacher can see their progress and assign new materials to them. Over the past 10 years, we've reached millions of learners across more than 220 countries and territories. And that includes extensive usage within Southeast Asia as well. We've seen Kolibri being used in most countries in Southeast Asia, with especially strong adoption in the Philippines and Indonesia. I wanted to share a specific story from Myanmar Book Aid and Preservation Foundation, who kindly also shared some photos with us as well to share today. They're using Kolibri in 5 community libraries in Myanmar, across a range of geographic areas and backgrounds. They use a computer as an offline server running Kolibri. Learners then use tablets to connect over a local wireless network, again completely offline, and engage with the resources on the server through Kolibri's web-based interface. They're using a wide variety of content channels from the Kolibri content library, including a large set of Khan Academy videos that have been dubbed into Burmese, and materials covering many other subject areas. They note the ongoing connectivity barriers in Myanmar, with costs and censorship making it difficult to engage with online resources. Kolibri is enabling their communities to access a wide variety of resources and activities in a shared social learning environment. We'll soon be releasing the Kolibri Android app, which will allow for independent learning without requiring Kolibri to be connected to a local server. Content can be preloaded and then be used completely offline on the Android device, and student data will be synced to the school server when the student brings the device back in. If you subscribe to our newsletter, you'll be the first to know when we release it publicly in the Google Play Store this year. Thank you all so much for your time today, and we're looking forward to discussions and questions.